startup program. Now with Siemens Solage, we support startups, and right now we are offering free commercial software for startup engineers for 1 year. All right, and this is a bit different from the previous startup program. This we call it Startup 2.0. In the past, we are offering free Solage Premium software for startup engineers for 1 year. But right now, we are offering the entire portfolio of Solage to the startup. How do we apply? Now, this is the website link for the startup program, right? Go to this link, fill in your company details, all right? And are you eligible? Well, there are a few key points. This is open to design firms and product manufacturers, right? It's open to legal business entities, which is less than 3 years. It must be less than 1 million US dollars in funding. It must be less than US dollars 1 million in annual revenue, right? There's no application fee, and it's quite a simple process. Fill out the details, and we'll get in touch with you shortly. But before you submit application form, you also need to opt in on the business overview statement to acknowledge that all the information that you are submitting is accurate and is genuine, right? So you must declare that you are not using the software to do academic research or projects related to defense, intelligence, military, missile, UAV, deep water, oil and gas, and etc. Right? There are certain restrictions, and certain countries are not eligible, like Cuba, Iran, North Korea, Syria, and countries like uh, not applicable. But I think Philippines is definitely eligible. So we welcome all startup companies to sign up with us to receive the software. So this software bundle is actually 1 year of Solage full portfolio bundle. It supports up to 5 engineers per startup entity, right? And you'll be able to access to all the Solage training resources that I have shared just now. It's free and it's all available on the website. Now, you can get guidance from a committee of product experts, and the startup companies will also offer a chance to co-market the startup products together with Siemens. So for example, if we have Siemens events or seminars, we may invite our startup companies to showcase their product design on Siemens platform to the global audience or the regional audience from time to time. All right. There's no application fee, and we also open to incubators and also universities as well, especially for those authorities that want to groom startup programs to encourage entrepreneurship in Philippines. Now, these are all the software that I mentioned before. It covers from mechanical design, electrical design, simulation, manufacturing, and tech publication. So just now you have seen the Solage portfolio. In fact, it covers almost everything inside the Solage portfolio. Now, this 1 year subscription of Solage software is worth 60,000 US dollars and includes 3 licenses of the Solage Premium and includes the online support from the community and also from our technical hotline. All right. So with this is also further details. It shows all the actual bundle in this startup bundle. 3 seats of the Solage Premium, simulation, PNID, piping design, Solage electrical wiring and harness, Solage Cam Pro for manufacturing, Solage 3D publishing for tech publications, and full EFD for simulations as well. Now, these are concurrent license, which means that it can be shared with all the engineers in the startup company. So if you see that there's 3 premium or Solage premium seats, it shows that at one time, 3 engineers can use Solage premium to design your products. If you see that Solage, for example, wiring design, one seat, which means that at one time only one engineer can fire up and launch the storage wiring design software, all right, to use it. And if the engineers has finished using and closed the application, the other engineers can fire up storage wiring design software. All right. These are all the new startup companies that we have supported over the past 2 years globally. We have, yeah, so we have representative of startups in America, in Europe, and in Asia Pacific. So we do organize regular startup days and startup events for the startup companies to interact with each other, also share their experience using Solage and also other challenges that facing all the startup companies in their daily business. And these are our co-marketing events and materials with all the startup companies all over the world. So again, we so hope that we can see more and more Philippine startups working with Siemens, and we can do co-marketing and branding at the same time. This is on the Solage blogs. It shows a wide variety of all the different startup companies as well. Now, this is a startup with Rurok. I think this is from Philippines. Most of you are familiar with Rurok.
Rurok is inspired by the trails and riders of the Philippine Islands. At our core, we believe that bikes should get better, move forward, progress, just as the rider gets better. We wanted to make a bike that gives the rider this feeling of invincibility, a bike that does not hold the rider back. It's essential for a company like us who's into performance bikes to have our own race team. With the inputs we get from our race team, that has greatly shaped the way we make our bikes. I'm PJ Tolentino and I'm the founder of Rurok Industries. Accurate drawings are important because being a very high-performance, competitive frame builder, people push our bikes to the limit. Everything has to be exact, everything has to be precise to our designs. Rurok chose solid edge with synchronous technology because it's a much more intuitive way of turning the ideas in our heads into a physical, manufacturable object. This is a much easier process, it's a quicker process, and it's a much more optimized design. So with generative design, using the optimization techniques, we were able to create parts that are 50% stiffer at the same weight versus our old products. The impact of Solid Edge on our business is definitely the reduced engineering costs because we do it in much less time and we do much less number of prototypes. All of our designs are in synchronous technology. We have moved on from the old way of using ordered parameters. It's a much faster way of turning our ideas into reality. Our goals for the future is just to keep making better bikes.
Next, I want to show you another startup from US, right? It's called the Hero Lab.
Automotive, for me, there's a mechanical draw of how things work, and the other facet of that is being an artist. But the unique thing about art is that nobody can say this is better than that. It is purely subjective until you put your art on a racetrack. And then I can say that my work, my dedication, and my art has now beat yours. So that feeds this really insane competitive nature that's deep inside me. I'm Matt Barton, the owner of Hero Lab. I've been making a living racing professionally since 2005, but it kind of got to a point where it wasn't my name on the project and it wasn't my name on the door. I felt like, for better or worse, I was making other people's dreams come true. We base the Hero Lab on that. We'd like our customers to be heroes, but I can still make other people's dreams come true while making my own come true at the same time. What really sets us apart is an artistic approach and our diversity. We're best summed up by our tagline of where imagination meets metal. We specialize in being able to tailor our product to exactly what our customers need, whether that be a 1,000 horsepower car or a giant outdoor marketing activation. I heard about Solid Edge from a friend who's a professional designer for one of the big drag teams, and he knew the struggles that I was facing with the other CAD programs I was having. It was a huge saving grace for me when I applied for the startup program, because you get a free year license, which is huge financially. It really hit every mark that I needed. It was in depth, it did all the tasks that I needed it to do, and it communicated with almost every other professional software program out there. For me, I use it almost as a language tool more than a design tool. One of my favorite things about Solid Edge is that it will run on my laptop. I can take it to a customer's house, and as we start talking, I can start sketching and drawing and doing rough models. I can now take something and put it into a physical space and give them a real-life representation of what this will look like. And that helps me communicate and sell jobs. We rely heavily on word of mouth, making sure that our customers are so ecstatic that they're raving fans of the company, not just clients anymore. The coolest project that I've had going on so far is our little 500 sprint car. I designed a quick fueling system that mimics IndyCar style fueling. You can go from empty to 30 gallons in 9 seconds. Success for me would be that the name Hero Lab is synonymous with quality, precision, and expertise, to where anytime that name is brought up, people automatically associate you with the upper echelon of the industry.
All right, I hope that you guys like the video. I have the last one, startups. This is mobile glass blowing. This is very interesting. Let's take a look.
As an artist, you want to be able to make an impact on people's lives. And through this company, what we've been able to do is have that impact on thousands upon thousands of people. My name is Philip Vinson. I am the CEO of Mobile Glass Blowing Studios. When we started, we decided that we should figure out how to make a little portable glass studio that could be affordable to have, affordable to operate, and wouldn't require very extensive infrastructure, so you could move it easily. We went from a 12 by 32 shop in my partner's backyard, and now we have a 7,000 square foot facility and 12 employees in 3 years. I'm no longer the designer, the draftsman, the fabricator. I'm pretty much the person who runs the company. Because of our equipment, people are thinking about things in a different way. They're realizing that you don't have to have the big shop if you're not ready for it. They've also realized you can take the glass to the people instead of trying to get the people to the glass. We are revolutionizing the art glass industry in the world. There's no doubt about it. From the very beginning, I knew that I needed decent drawings to communicate the geometries involved with the designs of the furnaces. So I was using a fairly inexpensive CAD program. It was only two-dimensional. As I moved further along, I would run into problems in the manufacturing, and it was very daunting to think I had to go back into that 2D software and fish around to try and even find what needed to get fixed. It was just such a waste of my time. So I knew I needed a change. I had used Solid Edge at a previous job, and I knew how powerful it was, and I knew that it could solve those problems for me. I came across the Solid Edge startup program, and I said, why not? Let's apply and give it a shot. And I was really thrilled when I was contacted, and it's made a tremendous impact in our manufacturing facility and our manufacturing abilities. One of the things that Solid Edge has allowed us to do is shave off a ton of time in the fabrication process. Not only by creating very effective means of communication through very precise and concise drawings, but also allowing us to examine the ways that we fabricate things and the ways that we can put things together. All that has resulted in dropping our lead time. We were at 12 to 16 weeks for a unit to go out, and now we're hovering around 10, which is huge. If your quality improves, The communication improves, the workplace environment improves. You have very happy workers. They know exactly what's expected of them because it's on a good set of drawings. Solid Edge has really allowed us to move forward and become a more professional company.
All right, here we have a mobile furnace designed in Solid Edge. All right, that's all for my presentation, and thank you for your time.